everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I really hope you're all doing okay and have a great day and amazing week. My name is Effy and today we have a new eyeshadow palette to test. I say new, it's not really new, it's just new to me. This is the BEAUTYBAY Smoky 42 colour eyeshadow palette and I want to put it on my eyes today. This is what the palette looks like and this is what she looks like on the inside. I personally am a cool tone lover. I love cool tone browns, greys, anything like that. So this palette, I'm surprised I haven't tested it sooner. The shimmers look stunning. This one here. But let's do an eye look. I'm going to keep it grey. Why not? If that sounds interesting to you, then please do just keep on watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. I put up 2 videos a week and it is always makeup related. So if that sounds like your type of thing, then this is the place for you. But other than that, let's get on with it. Starting out with the BEAUTYBAY Eye Base in shade 2. I'm actually going to put a little bit more on the outer corner because I want to do quite like a drawn out look. Not sure how drawn out it's going to be, but I've taken it to my hairline regardless. Now let's get into it. I've honestly had this palette sitting on my shelf for a while. I just haven't tested it. I can't even remember when I bought it. Maybe during like Black Friday. It's gorgeous. What I like about the palette is, first of all, it definitely goes dark enough. You've got black down here. You can't really get much darker than that. But you've also got quite a lot of dark greys as well. So you have got colours to build around that. It also goes really light. You've got a white in there. Perfect. Amazing. And I actually feel like the colour choice is pretty spot on for a cool tone palette. I feel like with a lot of cool tone palettes, they're either cool tone brown or grey. This one has a really decent mixture of both. Plus, it has a couple of purpley shades in here because purpley mauve shades are definitely in that cool toned family. And what I like also is that you've got some that are more blue toned, some that are more brown toned. You've got a real array. However, what I would say, if you are somebody that doesn't really use cool tones that often, this palette could be quite intimidating to you because it has that wide range of colours. Like, for example, these 3 greys would all go together quite well, but if you mixed in like this grey, it might not look as good. So I feel like unless you're used to using cool tones, this might be a struggle for you. But at the same time, you could also use this to learn how to use cool tones. And these palettes aren't that expensive. I can't remember how much they are. They are very, very often on sale. So I'm pretty sure I grabbed this for like maybe 10 or 12 pounds. Maybe 15 at a push for 42 colours for a palette that I'm going to use. Not mad about it. I'm thinking of doing like a halo type eye, but quite drawn out. So I'm going to start with my lightest shades. And I'm not going to use the white. I'm going to use this one next to it, which is the shade Clouds. I'll zoom you in. So I'm taking the shade Clouds on a big old fluffy brush and I'm essentially just going to use this to set my lid like I normally would. That's a really nice shade. It's very, very subtle on my skin tone and it probably will be on a lot of skin tones, but if I'm using it to set my lid, that's kind of what I want. Now I'm thinking I'm going to take this shade here called Steps. You can see I'm just slowly starting to build up the shades. That's gone on really, really nicely. It's going to look a little bit crazy at first. We'll get through it. Now I'm going in with this shade here, which is called Stormy. That is a gorgeous grey shade. What I'm going to say relatively near the start of this is that I'm probably going to be using a few more shades than I would normally if I were doing this look on a normal everyday, because I'm trying to test the shades in the palette, so I might use 6 instead of 3 or 4 that I would use if I was doing this look any other day. If that makes sense, I hope it does. I have found that that shade's taken over a little bit, so I'm just going back in with my lighter shade to blend it. It's building up really quite nicely. Again, I still know it looks crazy. We're working on it. Now I'm going to take this shade here called Thunder. What I will say is that if you're struggling to see the difference between 2 shades, what I would suggest is swatching them on your fingers, which is what I just did with 2 of the shades that look very similar, to sort of get an idea of what the undertone of the colour is, to know which one best fits with what you've already done. I'm loving how deep this is getting and I haven't even touched the black yet. But I think now is the time. And what I will say is there's almost like this black, and this black. This one's definitely more of a grey. This one has more of a blue undertone and I think this one is the actual true black, so I'm going to use the true black. I'm kind of scared because I know how good BEAUTYBAY shadows are. This is probably going to be pigmented. That is gorgeous. I really quite like this. What I'm going to do now is just go back through all those shades and blend them, although I now have to try and remember what shades I used. I'm really enjoying this. I truly do just love grey eyeshadow. I think it's stunning, but now I get to pick a shimmer and I'm so excited. There's so many to choose from. You've got these 2 rows here that are basically fully shimmer, and then you've also got like 3 randomly at the bottom. I don't understand why. Oh, I don't know what to choose. Let me swatch 4, because we know I can't pick. Okay, we've got Frost, Glass, Dreams, and Seltzer. It's hard to just move my pinky. I might have to go in with Dreams all over the lid, and then, oh, it's got to be this one. They're very, very similar, but this one's just a little bit more sparkly. And that one is Frost. So I'm going in with Dreams all over the lid and Frost through the centre. That is just the shade Dreams, and I think it is gorgeous. It has such a nice blue and almost a little bit of purple reflect to it. That is stunning. I'm literally just going to put that all over everything. I've taken it well above my crease so that you can still see it when my eyes are open, because that's the effect I want. And just because I didn't actually show it, this is the shade Dreams in the pan. This is the shade Frost that I'm about to go in with, and then I'm going to use a little bit of Fairy as well. But now the shade Frost. Taking this to the centre of my lid just to lighten that bit up a little bit. And again, taking it above the crease. Stunning. I have a thing for silver eyeshadows. This is doing stuff to me. And I'm just taking the smallest packing brush I have to put a tiny little bit of Fairy just in the centre. You can't see it too much, but I actually think in person, up close, it is adding more of a white as opposed to a silver to my lid, which is quite nice. Oh, I'm so happy with this eye look. I know a lot of people aren't going to like it. It's maybe a bit grungy, a bit dark, but oh, I love it so much. What I'm going to do now is go off camera, catch up the other eye, do my base, and then we'll come back, we'll do my lower lash line, which is pretty much going to be the same colours as the top, but I'll also do a lip with you. Why not? I'm back and my full face is done. I've kept my base itself quite cool toned and quite basic. I've got a cool tone contour, I've got a very minimal blush on, which feels weird for me, but that's how I wanted to play it. So for the lower lash line, I'm going to start with eyeliner, which terrifies me. This is the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the Black Bean, the black shade. And I'm going to run this along my waterline. And I'm also going to tight line, which is my upper line. I'm terrified of this, to be honest. Okay, I think I did it. Okay, now it needs smudging out. I need a tiny, tiny brush. I'm going to use this one that I normally use for my inner corner highlight, but not today. And I'm going to be taking teeny tiny amounts of the black shade just to help blend it out. I don't normally do this, so I don't fully know what I'm doing, but hopefully it will go okay. Teeny tiny amounts of black. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. I'm not a fan of doing it. It's probably the least fun thing I can do with eyeshadow, in my opinion. I'm also just going to slightly pull this onto my lid because I do think the liner makes my lower lash line darker than the lid, because obviously that's just shadow. This has a liner. It's like putting a black base on. So I'm just taking what's left of my brush and pulling it onto my upper lid to sort of make it fit in a bit more. Now I'm just going to work back through some of the shades I've already used. So starting with the shade Thunder, this one here. Then the shade Stormy. Oh, it's coming together. I never do looks like this. I feel like the black eyeliner makes it more dramatic, and it feels very dramatic to me. Then, just to save on time, I'm just going to mix these 2 shades that I used and blend them out together, and that is Steps and Clouds. I'm just going to mix them. Ooh, I like this. This is your sign to do something different with your makeup, because honestly, I'm really enjoying this right now. For mascara, I'm going to go in with the Mina, the 24-hour Level Up Mascara. I've been really enjoying this since I tested it, just so you know. I feel like this needs a lash. I haven't done lashes in so long. Let me catch up the other eye and we'll see about a lash, because I'm kind of tempted. Okay, I've caught up my other eye and I think I was right. This look deserves a lash. I'm going to test these ones. These came in the Made by Mitchell Advent Calendar and they're in the style Willow. They look like this. I think they could work. I'm not doing it on camera because I have not applied proper lashes in a very, very long time, and it's probably going to take me about half an hour. So I'll see you when they're on. It needed a lash. I feel crazy with lashes on right now. They feel so heavy, even though they're really not. They're actually really nice lashes. What I will say is they're very, very fluffy. These are definitely the fluffiest lash I've ever tried, and I'm just not really used to that, but I think they look really nice. They're quite full without being too intense, and I feel like that's partially because of how long and fluffy they are. Let me know what you think. Have I missed wearing lashes? Have I? I don't know. But I do think this look kind of needed it. Oh, I'm in love with this look. I can't lie. Let's carry on. Lips. For lip liner, I'm going to go in with the MUA Intense Colour Lip Liner in the shade Sincere. I'm back. I did actually film my lip for TikTok, but I will tell you what I went in with. I went in with the MUA Intense Colour Lip Liner in the shade Sincere. And then in the centre of my lips, I used the Made by Mitchell Cupid Case. This is in the style Rose Garden, I think it's called. It came in the advent calendar. These are the shades. If you're interested, over on my TikTok, I'm attempting to do a video using each and every one of these. I've currently used 2 of them. The one I used today is this one here called Wink, and I've also done one using the shade In Bloom. But this is what it looks like. It was this shade here. I wanted something pale because, to be honest, I don't know when else I'm going to use these shades. It is slightly a bit more pink, and I did go in with quite a lot of the lip liner just to make it not too pink. But I did also look at this while I was doing my base, and I saw that it was mainly pinks, and used a bit more of a pinky blush. If you are interested in any of the products that I've used today, they will all be listed in the description box, so you can check out what I have on my base and things like that, because I actually think my base looks really nice. I really like how I look right now, I'm not going to lie. That might sound a bit full of myself, conceited, but I love it. This is the perfect look to have done first with my new blonde hair. I love it. What's on the palette, because I forgot that the video was all about this. I love it, and I knew I was going to. Something about cool tones just make me so happy. And like I said at the start, I think this has such a good selection of cool tones. I want to do a look using more of the browns. I want to do a look using these purple shades actually, which I didn't think I would. I really didn't. The shimmers are stunning. I'm in love with the shimmers that are on my eyes. I think this is a really good palette. I always like Beauty Bay palettes. I always have done. I have God knows how many of them on my shelves. And honestly, I'm so glad that I like this because, like I said, I love cool toned neutral eyeshadows. I love a grey eye. I love a cool tone brown. I love these shimmers. So I'm very happy to have this in my collection. I understand it's not going to be for everybody, but it is for me. And if you were thinking about it, if you like these sort of cool tones, I would recommend this. I genuinely would. I know they can be a bit more expensive, but when you think about it, you're getting 42 shades. You can buy the Morphe 20 pan cool tone matte palette that comes with 20 pans. They're all matte, there's no shimmers, and that's 20 quid. This is much better for your money. So if you are looking for a cool tone palette, I do recommend this. I don't normally tell you guys to buy things because I understand the economy and all that, but if you are looking for a palette like that and you've been eyeing it up, it's definitely really good quality. There we go. Let me know what you think of the look. As always, very interested in hearing your comments. If there's any other palettes you would like me to test or do a tutorial with, then please do just let me know. As always, thank you for watching. Have a great day and an amazing week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!